Well, we heard from Jürgen Klinsmann earlier in the programme, and I wonder if he's surprised by the German lineup, because my understanding was that Jürgen Klinsmann thought that Klose would continue in the German attack in the absence of Gomez, but Gomez returns to this German team. 7 Bayern Munich players, 1 from the champions Dortmund. They're the only German clubs represented because, of course, Podolski's now signed for Arsenal. The German team: Neuer, Boateng, Hummels, Badstuber and Lahm, the captain, Khedira and Schweinsteiger, Kroos, the 22-year-old who's only had 18 minutes of Euro 2012, Ozil, Podolski and Gomez. The Italian lineup, and it's a bit like the Germans in a sense, because the Germans have got 3 of the back 4 from one club and the goalkeeper from one club. The Italians also have 3 from Juventus, and of course the legendary Buffon in goal, Al Pacino lookalike. He's definitely my favourite goalkeeper of all time. He's just such a great character. The Italian side is Buffon in goal. The back 4: Balzaretti, Barzagli, Bonucci, all the B's there, and Chiellini, who returns after injury, missed the England game. Then, of course, they have Pirlo orchestrating everything. Marchisio, he links really well with him, Pirlo, Juventus players. Montolivo, De Rossi, Cassano, and Balotelli. This is the highest commentary position I've had here at Euro 2012. It's also the coolest evening. And we say farewell to Poland. This was where the tournament began 20 days ago. England stayed here, never got to play here. Of course, if England had managed to get through, they would have been here this evening taking on Germany. Italy, blue shirts, white shorts. Germany in their famous white shirts and black shorts. Italy will be playing in this first half from right to left. When Buffon decides to go into goal, he's just walking around shaking everybody's hands. There's a quick chance to bring in Chris Swaddle for a final thought.
Well, I just think if I'm looking at it, I think Italy are going to try and boss the middle of the park, which they did with England. But the full-backs are not as willing. Especially Chiellini's not as willing to get forward as they did against England. And Germany, that's where they're going to get the joy. The bit of joy England showed was when you get down the flanks, and that's what, for me, Germany's got to attack.
French referee Stéphane Lannoy. Howard Webb is the 4th official. We have the countdown here. This is the penultimate game of the tournament. The Italians will not be intimidated in any shape or form by the German side. Remember, the Italians in the tournament so far have only won 1 game, and that was against the Republic of Ireland. Not a very good start for me, because my stopwatch hasn't started, so I have to rely on Mr. Green. And the Italians have the ball straight away in the back 4, and this is a typical start, just giving everybody a touch. So 25 seconds gone. Cassano breaking down this near side, the left. Cassano faces Boateng and plays the ball in towards Montolivo, but Montolivo's pass was too short. Khedira, and then Germany clear to the halfway line, and it's played back for Buffon in the Italian goal away to our right. Of course, the Italians flopped at the World Cup, but I think it was significant that Buffon only played for 45 minutes and Pirlo only for 35, and he's on the ball for the first time. Pirlo playing in front of the back 4. I wonder whether Schweinsteiger will try and stop him. Ball is in to Marchisio, and then played back, not too well. That's going to make Barzagli chase a little bit, and he just taps it away for a throw into Germany.
That's a cagey start. I think we expected that, didn't we? Germany's obviously sizing up, getting your balance right, your team. I thought Germany would have played a lot higher tempo on what they've started.
Lahm finds Ozil over on the German left, the far side of the field. Kroos certainly not playing on the right-hand side as the ball is played in the area too deep for Gomez. Let's just have a little look. Is Kroos going to come back to this? No, he's not at the moment, is he? We've got Schweinsteiger playing on the right against De Rossi, and Kroos is in his more natural role at the moment. What do you make of this the way they've set up? Oh no, Kroos has come back to the right-hand side.
No, Kroos on the right, Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger can't come out and pick up. It's Ozil's job. It's Ozil for me who's got to go and pick Pirlo up when they lose the ball.
So welcome to our coverage of the second semi-final from the great city of Warsaw on 5 Live. Germany against Italy. More German fans in the stadium, but the Italians are really trying to do their bit as well. Away to our right. Ball is out of play. Neuer, a couple of great goalkeepers, of course, Neuer and Buffon. Neuer very much as well for the future. This German squad, we've got to Is that my stopwatch that's making the noise? I think
That's
it might
what
be.
it is.
Is it? Well, if you heard that whining, that was my stopwatch.
Just throw it away.
Right. And Neuer clears. Stopwatch stops play. Ball into the half, and Gomez can't get off the ground. And the Italians tidy up back to Buffon. Well, this is an encouraging start, isn't it? The stopwatch doesn't not only work, but then makes a mess of the commentary.
Well, it's been the highlight of the game so far.
Batteries thrown out, and away we go with the game. Cassano coming deep and tackled by Kroos. And then Hummels is there, but he was not very convincing with his clearance. And it's another high ball into the Italian half, which Bonucci deals with. Really slowly settling down here. Now it's played into Balotelli for the first time. Another touch towards Balotelli, but out comes Neuer. Balotelli, of course, played against Bayern Munich in the Champions League last season. Lahm back to Badstuber, who missed the Champions League finals with suspension, closed down by the Italians. It's real cat and mouse chess stuff, isn't it?
I think Italy settled better. I think we've always built it. You always say this German side's what they've got squad-wise, everything about them, the age is great, but they haven't won anything, this squad. And I think they feel the pressure a bit.
Graham Taylor's with us, and we'll be having his thoughts as well as the Italians win the ball once more on the air. So you've got the form team here, the team that have been winning everything, but immovable object though in Germany. Long one for Gomez to chase, and it's not been struck well from midfield for Gomez, and Buffon just calmly takes responsibility once more. So we played 4 minutes of the first half, completely uneventful so far. Better atmosphere than game so far, as Buffon now takes his kick and finds Bonucci on the edge of the penalty area. Chiellini, who's normally central defence, playing at left back tonight. Back again to Bonucci. The Italians haven't been able to have a settled back four really in this tournament. Ball played in and flicked on from Montolivo, but Schweinsteiger now to Khedira, and here come the Germans as Özil hits it to the far side of the field. Podolski brings it down, but then he's closed down immediately by Balzaretti, but it's going to be a corner or a free kick maybe. Foul by Balzaretti. It would have been a corner, but the referee's given him a free kick.
No, it's a corner.
Oh, it is a corner.
He's just checking Podolski's all right. I don't know why he's gone down. We saw the replay. He's never touched him.
Well, you know, the Italians don't normally concede from corners, and also it'll be very interesting to see whether the referee here is going to look at shirt pulling.
But they're a big side, Germany.
Yeah. Here comes a corner kick for Germany, the first of the game. Corner kick over on the far side, and Hummels was almost there. Hummels, the centre-back, he didn't hit it cleanly, but it caused all sorts of panic at the back there from the Italians. Buffon eventually grabs hold of it and then throws it out.
I think they do look vulnerable at set pieces. I know it's not like the Italian side, but that should be 1-0. That is a great chance.
Pirlo now for the Italians, finding Barzagli. Barzagli brings the ball to the halfway line, then tries to strike the ball over Badstuber, but he is a tall player at the back, and Lahm, the captain, smoothly for Germany. Lahm, scorer of important goals for the Germans over the years. Remember, he got one in the semi-final of the Euros 4 years ago in the Thunder and Lightning in Switzerland. And now it's the Germany building with Kroos finding Özil right across the field to Khedira. Khedira now just inside the penalty area, takes on De Rossi, looks to try and win a corner kick, and he's got it. Could have got it in though.
Well, the one thing with Khedira is, listen, technically he's not the best German player. We've just seen the chance. What a chance. It comes off his knee. Hummels, he really should have just scored there.
And it was Pirlo who cleared off the line. And almost used his hand as well. It reared up at him, but they cleared it, and Germany now have a corner kick near side the right. Travel quite a long way, and then it's Balzaretti who just thumps it out of play down this near side, and it'll be a German throw-in. The Italians started quite well, but now the Germans getting much more of the ball as Kroos plays the ball into midfield. Germany getting more of it at the moment. Ball with Özil wide on the right, who'd love to play, I'm sure, against Spain in the final. Of course, Real Madrid man. Italians struggling to clear here, and it's back inside the German half now, and Hummels turns it back to goalkeeper Neuer. Hummels, who was released by Bayern Munich, otherwise we could easily have an all Bayern Munich back four here. Hummels, who's just 23 and really has the world at his feet. Pirlo for Italy. Pirlo plays it into the back four, and it's Bonucci bringing it out onto De Rossi on the edge of the centre circle. Cassano, that's stabbed forward by Italy. It was Marchisio, but it was straight into the German defence.
In the last game against England, you know, Balotelli had chances, Cassano gave the ball away a lot, and there's a bit Balotelli, and that's really what costing Italy a little bit. The front two lose the ball so cheaply.
Can't get out of their own half at the moment, the Italians. There was a good run there from Podolski a few moments ago, and now the Germans closing the Italians down, and the Italians have a throw. But they won't worry too much, though, the Italians. This is very much the way they get through tournaments. 3 draws if you forget the penalty shootout against England, the victory of the Republic of Ireland, and as Alan Green was saying, they haven't really authentically won a Euro semi-final in their history. One was a penalty shootout, one the toss of a coin, and now it's Pirlo into the centre circle. He always looks to see where Marchisio is, and now Montolivo's been brought down, and the Italians will have a free kick just inside the German half in the centre circle. Montolivo, who's got a German mum, just to spice it up for him here this evening. The Italians building slowly, always looking for Pirlo. Pirlo shadowed by Cruz. Cruz can't get the ball off Pirlo, but Cruz seems to be following Pirlo around at the moment. Wonder whether that's his job tonight. Long one from the Italians, not good enough, and the Germans will break now. Podolski hits it strongly towards Gomez, but too strongly, and it's an easy pick-up by Buffon in the penalty area way to our right.
I've got to say, mate, it's the first time I've seen Germany, but probably in qualifying and this, change the shape. They normally go out and say, we're the better team, we're going to play that way, you change yours. They have put Cruz onto, they brought Ozil onto the right, and they've put Cruz on Pirlo, which I've never seen them do before.
No, I think that we'll watch that, because I think that is what's happening, as now Montolivo for Italy, near side the left, plays it on to Cassano. You won't get many strong runs down the left-hand side from Chiellini. He won't go very far forward, but it's a nice step over now to find Pirlo, 25 yards out. Pirlo, he's got someone available down the right. He tried a shot in the end, and it was easily defended by the Germans. Now the Germans will look to try and counter-attack themselves. It's hit, though, poorly into the Italian half. Out comes Joachim Low, not happy with that. That wasn't really very German-like. They're normally crisp with their passing. Now a ball down the centre. Balotelli's got it, up against Hummels. Hummels forcing him wide. Great defending from the man from Dortmund. Balotelli tumbles over. The German fans like that. And Germany back in possession. He does look a player, Hummels, as Badstuber now clears well. And Schweinsteiger sends it to this right-hand side for Ozil. He's got Boateng on the outside. Nearly 10 minutes gone in the first half. 0-0 here in Warsaw. Schweinsteiger almost missed-kicked that one inside the centre circle. Now he plays it to Ozil, who gets away from De Rossi. Gomez trying to stay onside, but Chiellini was there. The Italians struggling to clear here. In the end, Balzaretti turns it back to Buffon, who can't pick it up. And Buffon will clear left-footed. And the Italians under a bit of pressure. That's going to be a throw-in for Germany near side.
I think they're dealing with it pretty well.
Well, we're going to get an update now from Wimbledon, from Alistair Eakin.
Nadal level at 1-all with the world number 100, Lucas Rosol, the two-times champion, a breakdown in the third as well, Mike, trailing 3-2. Rosol firing on all cylinders, swinging at everything and anything. Nadal remarkably grumpy at the moment.
Thank you very much. We know who Nadal, of course, will be supporting in Sunday's final in Kiev. There was a little injury there to De Rossi. He's back on his feet again, as I'm not sure if that was an intended shot from Khedira, but it's gone straight through to goalkeeper Buffon.
I don't know about Khedira before. He's been in good positions in this tournament. He's gotten great areas, but he's basically in the team, I think, to break the play up, give it simple. But unfortunately, he ends up balling the ball in great position, but he's not the best technical player.
10.5 minutes gone in the first half in Warsaw. Germany 0, Italy 0. 0-0 last night, of course, between Spain and Portugal. And don't bet against this one going into extra time. Gomez is given offside. Free kick to the Italians, who will want to grow into this game and try and, I don't know, threaten. It'd be very interesting to see what would happen to this German team if they went a goal down, which they haven't experienced yet in this tournament. Chiellini now, near side the Italian left. Plays the ball safely back to De Rossi, and now De Rossi's looking for Balotelli. It cleared Hummels, but Badstuber was there to sweep up at the back for the German side and find Lahm on his left-hand side. Now it's gone into Podolski. Podolski over 100 caps now for the German side. Will be playing in the Premier League next season. I
just think the Germans are playing too slow. They've shown a lot of respect, which rightly so, semi-final of a tournament, but they normally control the game, Germany, with their pace, their tempo, their passing, and they're not so far. They've changed their shape slightly to get, obviously, nullify Pirlo, but apart from that, they're not playing quick enough.
Here they come now, over on the left-hand side. Of course, they had 2 extra days to prepare for this semi-final. The Italian game with England finished in the early hours of Monday morning. The Germans saw off Greece last Friday. But Spain will have an extra day to prepare for the final. Now a good turn from Podolski. Into midfield, it's with Khedira. Khedira may be looking for Boateng to make a run down the right-hand side, but now eventually he does slip it to Boateng. Dangerous ball in, Buffon almost dropped that. So un-Buffon-like as Khedira came charging in, and it's a corner.
Well, he's pushed it onto Barzagli, and it's nearly been an own goal. I think it was just a run. It was a ball by Boateng. I don't know why he hasn't caught it. He's pushed it onto the defender, and it's just went past the post.
Short corner is taken, and Cruz has the ball, and he's going to hit a left footer, which Buffon punches away and gets good distance in the end. But Germany pick it up once more down that left-hand side, and the ball is whipped into the penalty area towards Schweinsteiger, but big Italian defenders are there to clear it. Drops to Ozil, wide on the right-hand side. 0-0 here in Warsaw as Ozil has another chance down the right-hand side. Ozil into the penalty area. Little flick back to Ozil. Tackle comes in and then a shot completely... Oh, it's still in play. I thought it was going to go out over on the far side. Turned out to be a good ball to Podolski. Wasn't intended. Lahm now down the German left. Acceleration from the captain. Ball in and Barzagli will clear for the Italians. Over by the corner flag. Balzaretti has to be careful not to concede the corner. Now the Italians clear, but they're not really involving their strikers. Back come the Germans once more, and they have the ball inside the centre circle, and they give it to Schweinsteiger. There was some doubt about whether he might play, but he's not going to miss this, as now Ozil again turns, and Ozil slips it into Gomez. Gomez goes down very easily, and De Rossi will clear for Italy. The German midfield at the moment getting much more of the ball than the Italian midfield. Balzaretti, the right back, played left back against England. Pirlo again, 13.5 minutes gone. Prandelli's prancing around down there in the technical area. Ball played in now to Balotelli, who's trying to come away from Hummels, who brings him down. Free kick to Italy.
Well, he was looking for the free kick. He got it, almost got a little bit too tight. Balotelli, little touch, goes zone. Good area, but it's all Germany. Germany's up the tempo, and this is what I expected. I thought if they play quick, it'll find it very hard to play against them.
After this free kick, we'll have a word from Graham Taylor. Pirlo's taken it, and it's into Cassano. Back again to Pirlo. Pirlo now looking for some movement from Montolivo near side. The Italians running back towards the halfway line at the moment, happy just to have some possession. Chiellini back to Bonucci. The German fans whistling the Italians as Bonucci's ball hits one of the German players, Kroos, but Buffon's alive and comes well out of his penalty area. And the Italians now, with not a lot of ambition, move slowly towards the halfway line. Graham?
It's very interesting, really. It's what Chris has just been mentioning, though. It's the movement of the ball, and Germany haven't moved it as sharp, as quick enough as we expect them to. When they do, they are then a threat. But if they drop down to the pace like Italy hold it and move it slower, if they go to that, Italy are actually better at doing that on a slower type of game than Germany are. So Germany have to up their game and keep that pace going.
So from what Graham's been saying there, Chris, at the moment tactically the Italians kind of controlling things in terms of tempo then?
Well, yeah, but they're not getting Pirlo on the ball a lot, which we saw against England, didn't we? And basically in the tournament, he's been the player who gets on the ball and dictates the pace of the game. He's not really getting on it as much as we thought, but Germany, for me, they just play a little bit too slow and they fall into the trap. The Italians like that. I think this Italian say if you move them quicker and you have a lot of running off the ball, they find it very hard to deal with.
Germans haven't lost a serious game since their World Cup semi-final defeat by Spain 2 years ago. Now a chance for Balotelli maybe. Now Hummels was there with a header back. Out comes Neuer again in the German goal. 15.5 minutes gone in Warsaw, the second semi-final. Spain will be watching, waiting for the winners. The game in Kiev on Sunday, which you'll hear on 5 Live. And now Khedira onto Kroos inside the centre circle. That was too short from Kroos, and the Italians may win it back. No, because the Germans are well organised at the back. And Hummels gives it to Khedira. Khedira moving away from De Rossi. Finding Lahm eventually. Marchisio failed to cut it out. And now Khedira. The experts here, Chris and Graham, thinking that the Germans need to up the tempo a little bit. This is not really the way. They have this great energy and pace and progression. Well, what's happened there? Bonucci fell down and looked at the linesman straight away. I think he thought he was caught by one of the German players. Game continues. Ball is out of play over on the far side. So the Germans haven't been able to impose themselves on the Italians in the first 16.5 minutes. A little bit for Joachim Löw, who's biting his fingernails at the moment to think about them maybe. And the Germans have a throw far side. Lahm takes it onto Podolski, and immediately the Italian defender Balzaretti puts it out for a throw-in. Fascinating. These two, of course, absolute, over the years in international football, the two European powerhouses, and now it's Cassano. The Italians moving forward, and it's a chance for Cassano maybe on the edge of the area. Montolivo tried the shot and Neuer went down, and it wasn't released either. He held onto it well as the Italian player rushed in, hoping that Neuer might just let it spill.
Montolivo did well to get a bit of space, gets the shot off. It's the first effort they've had on goal. Been 17 minutes.
Neuer clears into the Italian half, headed on by Gomez, but there's nobody there, and so it'll go once more through to Buffon away to our right. 17 and a half minutes gone here in Warsaw, and the Italians with Pirlo probably hasn't had enough of the ball from their point of view. Sitting very deep at the moment, Pirlo. Now he has a chance and he flicks it down this left hand side. Chiellini didn't want to hold on to it for too long, and then Cassano onto Montolivo, who's breaking here. Ball's in, but it didn't clear the defender, who was Badstuber, who wasn't sure exactly where Neuer was, so didn't take any chances and plants it away for throw-in for Italy. Taken by Chiellini. Chiellini now, good ball to Cassano, edge of the penalty area. Cassano shot, and Neuer this time goes down to his left-hand side, and again it's a clean catch.
Oh, better play by Italy. Cassano's actually passing to a blue shirt. This time he finds a bit of space, goes for the bend inside the right foot, inside the far post, but it's a comfortable save again.
But that will encourage the Italians and their coach, the very lively Prandelli down there. The Germans have a throw-in. Boateng, who just missed the one game when he was suspended, and Boateng's throw in towards Gomez, but it doesn't reach him. The Italians through Bonucci, and now moving through midfield. Pirlo inside the centre circle. This time he's being shadowed by Gomez. Pirlo, never hurried, turning away from Gomez, picks out Marchisio, and then it deflects down this near side, and the Germans, well, that was a foul, surely. No, nothing given. I think the referee's saying that, that he took a dive, yeah. And so Chiellini knew what he was about, though, I think, and we've played 19 minutes of the first half, and it's still 0-0. Pirlo on the halfway line, on to De Rossi. De Rossi's chipped ball to Cassano. Montolivo almost slipped there against Ozil, but he finds Pirlo, and over on the right hand side, if you can see him, the fullback's made a run. Pirlo just manages to keep his balance under pressure inside the centre circle. Ball glued to his feet, and that's a fantastic pass now to find Chiellini on the Italian left. Chiellini moves the ball onto Cassano. Cassano here into the penalty. Goal from Balotelli! Mario Balotelli was there. The ball was lifted in from Cassano, and Balotelli buries it from close in. Neuer nowhere, and the Italians lead 1-0.
Oh, I've got to say, defensively, Boateng's been suspect all tournament when he's been playing, and that was so easy for Cassano. He really miscontrolled the ball. He turns, it's at his feet. It's a good early delivery. Balotelli just pulls off the back of Batistuta, and it's a goal. It's a simple goal for Balotelli. It's a terrible goal to give away. Good header. We'll see how Germany respond to this.
Well, I think I said not too long ago in the commentary, it would be very interesting to see how the Germans respond to being a goal down. I mean, Balotelli could hardly miss that. It was such a fantastic ball in from Cassano. And so, why always me? Mario Balotelli scores in the Euro 2012 semi-final, and we really have a game on now, Chris, because the Italians are going to be hard to break down, aren't they?
It's a good test of character for Germany. Now hopefully they'll go for it and not play how we expect them to play.
Here come the Germans trying to respond. Remember, they've never beaten the Italians in tournament football, and there have been some epic meetings over the years, in the World Cup mainly. Germany now looking to try and get some space in midfield, and the challenge came in from Montolivo, and the referees punished him, and the Italians now have to get back behind the ball because Germany taken their free kick very quickly. It's Philipp Lahm onto Schweinsteiger. Touch from Schweinsteiger, needed more than that though, really, and the Italians easily clear. Now Boateng's got some space down the right hand side. 1-0 to Italy. Ball in towards Gomez. It flicks onto Podolski, who will chase towards the corner flag over on the far side. 1-0 to Italy through Balotelli. Now Lahm again down the German left. Tackle though by Marchisio. Kroos will pick it up again for Germany, trying to respond here. But I think if you've been listening to us from the start, Chris has been saying, and Graham, they've been moving the ball too slowly. But here come the Germans. Now they don't, because that cross came flashing in from Podolski, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Well wasted, but they have up the tempo. They've gone a goal down. That's got, maybe it's good for Germany now, because they know what they're going to do. They've got to get back into the game, take a little bit more risk, which you expect from the German side. But they have got up the tempo, and that's the only way they're going to get back into this game.
They won all of their qualifying games. They won all of the games coming into this match. Now they are a goal down to Italy. Italy, who psychologically, of course, will feel they have an edge over Germany, certainly historically, as Pirlo sends another nice ball onto Chiellini, and now Cassano with this good movement approaches the German penalty area, and then with a fantastic ball finds Marchisio inside the penalty area, can't get his shot in, he's been smothered by German defenders. Germany clear at the halfway point of the first half. Alan Green.
Wasn't Badstuber shocking at the goal? I mean, he completely lost Balotelli. He never left the ground either, Badstuber. Italy lead 1-0, so they finally score in a European Championship semi-final. It's only their 4th attempt. But as Mike and Chris have been saying, this will be fascinating now, because Italy, when they get their hands around the throat of a game, they rarely let go. And while Joachim Löw has had this terrific record of late, 15 straight competitive wins for Germany, Prandelli has never lost a competitive game as the Italian coach. Ball's on the halfway line, and there's going to be a free kick to Germany. Can you read that? Cassano went past Hummels. Too easy for the goal. Yes, he did. But I do think Hummels is wonderful as 23-year-old central defender. I'm less convinced about Badstuber. 23.5 minutes gone here on 5 Live, and the coverage of the second Euro 2012 semi-final, and we've seen our first goal. It's an Italian goal. It's a Manchester City goal with Balotelli. Here's Boateng, a former Manchester City player, to Khedira. And back now to Schweinsteiger, who's sitting really deep tonight. Ozil has gone into a central position. Ball goes to the right side to Boateng. Cruz is still central, crossed into the penalty area. Gomez with a glancing header, claims it came off the defender, it didn't, and it's a goal kick.
No, the crosses are coming in far too deep for me. They're crossing from 30-40 yards. They've got to try and work behind these fullbacks down the side, a bit more movement from Gomez. You know, and we know Germany how they play, but they've basically shown Italy too much respect, and they let Italy dictate the pace of the game.
Well, the anxiety over Pirlo means that Cruz pulls in from the right side. Ozil's not right on the right himself, but you know that can't carry on. Here's Badstuber, good ball forward to Cruz, his Bayern colleague, and now flicked down the left side, but beyond the new Arsenal player Podolski, and out of play goes for a throw into Italy, who lead Germany 1-0 here in Warsaw. The final game in Warsaw, and there'll be one game left after this. The final itself in Kiev on Sunday night. Kicks off at 7:45 your time. It'll be 9:45 in Kiev. Another late night for the 5 Live commentary team. On the halfway line, Badstuber to Lam, and on now to Podolski. Ozil pops up on the left side. Good ball into Gomez. Gomez return pass intended for Podolski was poor, but Lam picks it up. Finds Schweinsteiger. Now to the right side as the Germans switch play. It's with Boateng, the fullback, onto his left foot. Crosses, another glancing header by Gomez, hoping to find a colleague, but this one definitively behind for a goal kick.
Look, the joy you get off Italy is moving the ball, switching the play, because they play the diamond, you can get your fullbacks out. Lam's been trying to get down that left, but Boateng doesn't seem comfortable in possession. He's not really attacking fullback, and they've got to look at it. That's where you're going to get your joy. In the middle of the park, Italy will block you off because they've got that many players in that diamond. It's tight in there. You've got to use the width, and they're not using it well enough. Definitely not playing quick enough.
Italy had the best defensive record in the qualifying competition, only conceded 2 goals. So we all know what they can do. And they're in front here through this man Balotelli, who controls the ball really well on the far side of the field. Italian right. Back to Balzaretti. And into Barzagli. Barzagli to the ponytail Balzaretti again. Forward in the direction of Balotelli. This time he couldn't control it. And Boateng snaps it upfield towards Gomez. Runs a long way. Reaches Mario Gomez. Well done, the German striker. Back to Ozil. Ozil tries to side foot the shot. Past Buffon. Under hits it.
Oh, it's a bit better. Over Gomez, who is a big, tall, strong striker, causing a few problems with the 2 centre-halves physically. Ozil just goes for placing it. It's got to be good to beat that goalkeeper.
Good to get a goal, though, you know, to get them moving, Chris, because earlier it was just, you know, the general caginess of the knockout stages. I mean, I completely agree with Mike. Normally, it's the other way around. It's the knockout games that provide the excitement in the European Championship, but most of them have been really dull. I think we've got some excitement, some drama ahead here tonight. And we played 27 minutes in the first half. Germany 0, Italy 1. German free kick, tapped by Hummels to Schweinsteiger. Back to Badstuber, under a little bit of pressure from Balotelli. So plays it back to Neuer. And Neuer, in a bright red goalkeeping outfit, it's almost orange actually, smacks it upfield. It comes out off Balzaretti for a throw into Germany on the far side. 20 yards inside the Italian half. German left with the fullback, Lahm. Lahm throws in field to Gomez. Gomez's header was completely misdirected. Almost went to Balotelli. Badstuber forced to concede another throw in, but this one is inside his own half. I'm just watching the way Cruz is again in this central position of the three, tucked behind Gomez. And Cruz wins the ball there, but unfairly against Pirlo. And it's a free kick to Italy. Tap to De Rossi. De Rossi popping up on the right side of the centre circle for a change. And now it's down with Chiellini, acting left back tonight. On towards Montalivo. Headed away by Hummels. Not convincing header away, but Montalivo, in tackling Boateng, trying to get to the ball, fouls the full-back, and it's a free kick to Germany. Too many stoppages at the moment.
I didn't say that was a free kick.
Let's get an update from Wimbledon. Alistair Eakin.
Well, the 2 times champion Rafael Nadal, Alan, is in a world of trouble against a Czech player he may not even have heard of before today. Lucas Rosol, ranked 100 in the world, is leading by 2-1. He's just taken the third set, 6-4. Nadal took the first, Rosol the second. So Nadal is 2-1 down. Full commentary can be found on 5 Live Sports Extra. And Elena Baltacha earlier on losing to Petra Kvitova in straight sets.
Well, Germany had a really good opportunity there as the ball was played through to Gomez. Thankfully, for the sake of our commentary on 5 Live, Gomez didn't take it and didn't equalise. It's still 1-0 to Italy. Boateng leaves it for Oza. In now to Khedira. Khedira holds off one challenge, then runs into a defender. Ball breaks out of play. Boateng with a throw in midway inside the Italian half. German right. Thrown back to Hummels. Hummels plays it away to the far side in Lahm. All 20 outfield players are in the Italian half at the moment. Lahm back to Cruz. Cruz slipped and then he shot wildly the outside of his right foot, well wide of goal.
Well, they're getting around the ball quick as well when they're getting the shooting distance. And now Germany can strike the ball. The players are technically good enough to hit the target. They're closing them down very, very well. I think where Lahm's finding it very difficult. He loves to come inside on the right foot, but they're actually playing a fullback who doesn't mind going inside. So Lahm cannot get inside to get a shot off, and he's been basically stopped every time he's gone forward.
Of course, we'll keep you across any important news from the first week of Wimbledon. This is the second semi-final of the European Championship. Spain already through the Sunday's final, and at the moment Italy are heading their way, and Italy have got a free kick now. It was a well taken header by Balotelli, wasn't it?
Well, that's the one thing that's been strange in this tournament, Alan, is the amount of people who get in the box. A lot of teams don't put anybody in the box, and I've got to say, Italy play with 2 strikers, so it's not many teams do that. It's nice to see.
That free kick initially wasted by Italy. In fact, it's now definitely wasted by Italy. Montalivo put his foot too high on Khedira, trying to win the ball back, and it's a free kick to Germany. And I'm afraid the French referee is just blowing his whistle far too often for my liking at the moment, not helping the flow of the game. Hummels taps the free kick to Boateng. Onto Ozil, hard by the right flank. Ozil slipped. The ball broke kindly to Germany. Back to Boateng. He gets it back again from Cruz, and then he hits it out of play. And a number of players are slipping out there. It's the first time I've been in Warsaw. I'm not convinced by the playing surface. It's a fantastic stadium, absolutely fantastic stadium, but it does look greasy underfoot. Of course, they've had far more rain in Poland than I don't think we ever saw any rain, did we? Not proper rain, aside for that night in Donetsk when we weren't there. None at all in Ukraine. Here's Khedira running powerfully forward, but immediately submerged by 3 Italian defenders, and the ball breaks to Marchisio. Onto Balotelli, the goal scorer. Balotelli went down. I think he was looking for the challenge from Badstuber, and when it came in, he just went down. Free kick. He was also being pulled as well by Schweinsteiger. Anyway, the free kick rightly awarded, and then it's given away by Cassano and given back by Lahm. Here's Pirlo. Pirlo spins away from Philippe Lahm. Pirlo, man of the match against England surely, and he's beginning to have a starring role here tonight in the semi-final against Germany. Back with Balzaretti, the right full-back, normally plays left-back for Italy. Right back tonight, Abati's injured. Pirlo into De Rossi, back to Bonucci. Bonucci spins away from Gomez, plays it to his fellow Juventus central defender Barzagli, and here's Pirlo. 6 Juventus players in this Italian team, 6 representing the champions of Italy. Balotelli representing the champions of England. Miscontrolled the ball there, but it fell nicely for Marchisio. On to Balotelli again. Balotelli goes down once more. It peels. He was fouled. This time the referee says no, you weren't, and it's Germany on the counter-attack here. Ozil right in front of Prandelli, the Italian coach, and now he's running away from him. Plays it to Boateng. Was the great of balls. Boateng made something of it. Skips past Chiellini, crosses into the penalty area, and on the far post there was an opportunity there for Germany, not taken. Brilliant defending by Balzaretti.
That's spot on. It's the first time they've got the byline as well, Germany, and that's where they've got to get. Boateng does very well, good delivery. As you say, Balzaretti does his job well, gives Podolski no space and clears it.
Cruz to take the corner from the far side. That's the German left. Germany 0, Italy 1. You're listening to 5 Live. 12 minutes to half time. Headed away from the near post. Balotelli surely fouled, and he was fouled. Yes, he was. And Balotelli looks as if he's been hard done by, but it's unquestionably a free kick that's going his way, and it's played immediately to Balotelli, and Balotelli, fantastic crossfield ball to Cassano. He hit that 70 yards. Good control by Cassano. Montalivo into the penalty. Why didn't he shoot first time? Should have shot, didn't. Badstuber take the ball off him, and Italy should have been 2 up.
Should have been. He's just got to pull the trigger, hasn't he? He's trying to sell a dummy and get it on his right foot. Just pull the trigger. He's 7-8 yards out.
Don't understand why he didn't. Here's Ozil. That's a scare for Germany. Lahm on the far side, midway into the Italian half. Back to Schweinsteiger. Ozil again. Cruz close by. There's nobody down the right side for Germany. Lahm is down the left. It goes to the full-back and the captain, Lahm. Back to Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger declines the cross. Back it goes to Badstuber. And they've still only got that outlet down the left. But now Cruz pops up on the right. Ozil has the ball though. Ozil flicks it forward, gets it to Khedira. Khedira on the volley, good save by the goalkeeper. Buffon, corner.
That was a good strike for Khedira. I'm not sure if it was going in. Buffon takes no risk, gets across his goal to that right hand side and pushes it away for another corner to Germany. Terrific strike by Khedira. I think it was it was going in. It was a good save.
I think it was, yep. It was heading into the net. Buffon saves. 10 minutes to go to half time at 5 Live. Italy lead Germany 1-0. Spain already through to the final. Corner to Germany. Right footed. Dipping in towards the far post, and Buffon got both hands on the ball, pushes it away, and here's Montalivo, who really should have scored at the other end just a moment or so ago. Montalivo chipping in the direction of Balotelli, who's onside and away from them. Balotelli just for 2-0. What a goal! What a strike! Balotelli gives Italy such an advantage here. I wondered if he was offside. The flag stayed down. An emphatic finish. Germany 0, Italy 2, both for Balotelli.
It's Montalivo with the ball. Fantastic ball. I'm not sure if the Germans hesitated slightly. I think Balotelli did it first, but he gets it out of his feet, and that is a terrific strike. He's had a good header, scored the first. This is a wonderful strike. No, actually, no chances. Well onside. They hesitate. Lahm, I don't know why he's been caught by the other two centre-halves, are just jogging back. It's a great strike, bang on the 18-yard line. Keeper collapses to his knees, flies past him in the roof of the net. Great goal.
I mean, what was Neuer doing? Neuer really offered no obstacle at all there. He was almost down in his knees as the ball flew past him. And he didn't really celebrate much, Balotelli. Took his shirt off. Was he booked for that, by the way? He was probably booked, which of course is a piece of nonsense, but there you go. How many people thought Italy would be 2 up before half time? And the cameraman, the director, whose job it is to look for faces in the crowd, has just homed in on a female German fan who's in tears. Germany have never beaten Italy in a competitive game. And they're not winning this one. Graham Taylor.
Mario Balotelli, fantastic fella, no problem at all. What a wonderful player he is. Excellent goal, some shocking defending by Germany, but an excellent finish by him. I mean, he's got hold of that ball and he really has rocketed it into the net. So this is going to be some hard task now for Germany, there's no doubt about it.
Khedira for Germany to Ozil. You think really Germany have got to get one back before half time. Italy 2 up. They don't lose from that situation, or at least if they do, not very often. Lam to Podolski, cross to the far post. Khedira flicked it back, hoping to find a white shirt. Only finds Balotelli, who backheels into Montolivo, onto Cassano. Montolivo again to Balotelli. Italy look really ferocious on the counter-attack here. Back now to De Rossi, as Italy slow things down, in control of the game, in control of the scoreline.
They've come out with a game plan and it's worked. The two strikers up, the German fullbacks are just getting exposed. Two centre halves are getting dragged around everywhere by Balotelli and Cassano. As soon as a fullback goes, you watch Cassano, steps in the space Botan walks out of, and they're just getting joy all the time.
Germany runners up in Vienna 4 years ago, third at the last 2 World Cups. The suspicion was surely this was their time finally. But they're heading out, but now they're on the attack and the ball breaks to Podolski, who miscontrols at the Arsenal striker right in the penalty area. Oodles of room. It's behind for a goal kick.
Oh, when they do get in good positions, they waste it. And as you say there's no excuse for Podolski's first touch. Just takes it away. He gives him an easy goal kick. We're just seeing a really rode a Balotelli from different angles. Goalkeeper's got no chance. That has gone past him before he can think of putting his arm up to see which way it's going. It's hit basically the side net and the top corner.
So it was unsavable, really.
He could have put 2 keepers in there. He wouldn't have said that.
Cassano back to Montolivo. Think about it, if Montolivo had taken his chance, it could be 3-0. Here's De Rossi, just ahead of the centre circle. Back to Pirlo. Pirlo's pass. Fine Chiellini, not the best of passes. On to Balotelli. Balotelli tried to volley it to a colleague near the penalty area. Got it wrong. Joachim Low looks very, very anxious. Khedira for Germany, who trail Italy by 2-0 here in Warsaw. Balotelli slips again. Number of players slipping all over this pitch. Back it goes to Neuer. Neuer hits it upfield. That was a handball by Cruz. Not spotted, well, maybe it was spotted by the French referee, but since it broke into Italy's possession, he didn't give a free kick. On it goes to Montolivo. Can't control it. Khedira takes it off him. To Lam on the far side of the field. I mean, the central defenders have gone missing for Balotelli's second, but might Lam have done better?
Well, he did. He got caught on his heels, didn't he? That was a great pass. People, you think that, if you see it, you probably think it was a clearance. It wasn't. There's another sloppy pass. Cruz, they've changed the shape. Ozil's going in the middle, and he's coming wide, and they're trying to get Cruz on Pirlo. Just go and play your game. It's not working what they're doing. They've tried to stop Pirlo getting on the ball. Italy have just got other players spare, especially the front two are getting on the ball very, very comfortable.
The thing is that free kick off, none of us really fancied extra time and penalties. If we get extra time from this situation, Chris, then it'll have been a fantastic comeback for Germany.
They are capable. They haven't turned up this first half, let's be honest. They've had 4 or 5 shots, a couple of half chances, but they haven't really turned up what we expect from Germany. Italy's dictated the game. 5
minutes to go to half time on 5 Live. Germany 0, Italy 2. De Rossi takes the ball off Khedira. Khedira's gone down, but play continues. There was no foul. Marchisio to the right side, and Balzaretti back to the immaculate Pirlo. Pirlo looking for movement from Cassano and Balotelli. Plays it back instead to De Rossi. Balzaretti. Balzaretti, rather. I've invented a new player. Balzaretti, it should be, Alan. Here's Cassano to Pirlo. And Pirlo somehow squeezed that ball through to Marchisio. I'm not sure it meant to go the way it did go. Montolivo to Balotelli, who's on a hat-trick, remember. Back now to Chiellini. And the Italian fans, the majority of whom are away to the right, exultant. 3.5 minutes to half time. Italy lead Germany 2-0. Ball squirts upfield. Hummels better be careful the way that ball bounces. Was careful, held off Cassano. Then he gives it away. And the ball breaks to Italy. Marchisio. And an Italian player's down injured at the moment. I think it's Cassano. and play is going to be stopped. Yes, the ball set out of play so that Cassano can receive treatment. I don't think he knew what a great position his team was in. Maybe he's genuinely badly hurt.
Well, there's a tackle again, and I don't know how unless he's twisted his knee or his ankle as he fell to the ground, because there's no contact in the challenge.
Yeah, it wasn't Bad Stubber's challenge. I don't know. It's a strange one, that. Very, very strange. But he does appear hurt.
Yeah.
Because he had far more serious concerns earlier in the year with a heart problem. Thinking was he might never come back as a top-ranked professional. Not only is he back, but here he is playing at the climax, or near to the climax, of Euro 2012. Germany 0, Italy 2. Seeing another replay of that shot from Balotelli, and it was a wonderful drive.
Even in slow motion it looks quick. It's unbelievable the power he's generated, and the keeper's got no chance.
Cassano's up, and I think he'll be okay. And the ball's out of play on the far side of the field. It'll be an Italian throw-in. We're going to have a fair bit of added time at the end of this first half. We've still got 2 of the regular 45 minutes to play. It's 9:30 in the evening in Warsaw. We head off, or the majority of us head off to Kiev in Ukraine tomorrow, where there's another hour's time difference, and that's why there's 2 hours difference between the time in the UK and the time in Kiev on Sunday when the final kicks off. Here's Ozil as play resumes. Ozil over the halfway line, right side, in towards Gomez, but there were 2 Italian defenders there, and one of them easily intercepts Bonucci and hits it out of play. Normally, Joachim Low is really animated in the technical area. He's just sat in the dugout, almost speechless. Here's Boateng following a throw-in, and then it's out of play again off Montolivo. Boateng to take it once more. Prandelli is certainly visible to us, and now we see Joachim Low. He's not wearing a jacket tonight. Boateng, 25 yards over the halfway line, down the German right, throws straight onto Chiellini's head, and it's hooked away. Montolivo tackles Khedira, ball squirts away to the far side. Here's Lam onto Podolski, onto Lam again, good position for Lam, gets the cross in too high. Gomez had gone down anyway, and it's caught by Buffon.
Well, they mark very tight, aren't they? Gomez having a few words with Bonucci, but they block off very, very well. It's Italy, they stay close, and they've dictated the game first half. And Germany's got managers, this way he's earns his money. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts closer on at half time.
Well, there's Cassano giving the ball away. Cruz to Ozil. That's a good ball by Ozil to the captain Lam. Lam directs it to the left to Podolski. Podolski moving in towards the Italian penalty area. Tries to cross it. Hits Balzaretti and skips behind for a corner.
There's 1 minute.
Just 1 minute of added time.
Minute, yep.
That's very mean.
That's where Germany get the joy, though, when they switch the play, because Italy play this diamond and they leave the 2 fullbacks spare. If you switch the play quickly, you can get in 2-on-1.
We're into added time at the end of the first half. Germany needs to score. 2-0 down. Poor corner by Cruz, headed away by Marchisio, out for a throw-in. You've got to beat the first defender. Lots of close-ups of beautiful German ladies, none of whom look as if they're enjoying themselves at the moment. The side isn't enjoying this semi-final so far. Started off slowly, then they woke up, had a couple of chances, didn't take them, and Balotelli's twin strikes have given Italy control. The ball's on the halfway line. We've had our 1 minute of added time. Hummels to Ozil, the referee still not looking at his watch. He's got to look at it now, surely. Ozil still has the ball. On to Hummels. Hummels, no, we didn't even hear the referee's whistle. I didn't see him put his whistle to his lips. But play stopped, and it's half time. And Chris, your thoughts?
I just think Italy's dictated the game. Germany haven't moved the ball, haven't switched the play quick enough. They're playing far too slow, which the Italians can just get in their shape, and which is difficult to play against anyway when you play against Italians. And they're just dictating the game. They've played on the break, 2 good goals, but they have controlled the game. There's no doubt about that. And Germany have got up the tempo if they want to get back into this game.
Could be early to bed, Mark. 2-0 to Italy at half time.
Well, quite a contrast of... I thought 2 players were coming on. I thought Royce was coming on as well as Klose.
Podolski's gone off as well.
Klose is coming on, certainly. That had to happen for Gomez, who was not in the game at all. Klose, of course, who plays in Italy for Lazio. And Royce, the other change, is coming on now. Young man who played last season for Borussia Mönchengladbach but is joining Dortmund. So Podolski and Gomez replaced by Royce, and I'll give you the revised lineups in a moment. But for me, just looking, particularly when Alan was commentating, and I think Chris mentioned it many times, the balance of the German side not right, and in terms of Joachim Löw setting out to try and stop Pirlo, putting in Kroos for his first start, and they just didn't have the normal shape about them. Ozil was having to play on the right. Now Royce at least will play over on that right hand side. Quick player who played against Greece. So it's the Balotelli show here. I just hope he doesn't, I mean, if Italy were to get through, imagine if he got a stupid yellow card now in the second half, having taken his shirt off in the first half. Chris, some early thoughts?
Well, you never know with him, do you? Like, you know, certain players you'd say he'd be alright, but with Balotelli you never know. But it'll just be interesting the first 20 minutes, this tempo of the game. I want to see how Germany respond. They've got to really ask questions.
Germany 0, Italy 2, both from Balotelli. 20 minutes, 36 minutes, and a free kick to Italy. So over the years, Dortmund, Madrid, Mexico City, famous Italian wins over the Germans in World Cup. They've never knocked them out of the Euros before, but they're about to here, unless the Germans can respond in the second half. But of course they have famously over the years on many occasions. Balotelli jumps, tries to find the lively Cassano, and Hummels clears for Germany. So the Italian lineup is Buffon, Balzaretti, Barzagli, Bonucci and Chiellini, Pirlo, Marchisio, Montolivo, De Rossi, Balotelli and Cassano. For the Germans, Neuer in goal, Boateng, Hummels, Badstuber, Lahm, Schweinsteiger, Khedira, Kroos, and now a new look Royce, with Klose having come on, and Ozil of course playing just behind them. So Chris Waddle absolutely right. We'll watch these first 20 minutes with great interest. But Joachim Löw is not out there. It's Prandelli who's making all the signals from the sideline. Germany's playing from right to left in the second half. Long ball, cross field. Boateng headed it on. The Italian defenders stretched well there, Bonucci. And the ball is back towards the halfway line. Nicely cushioned ball from Lahm, finding Kroos, who's playing on this left-hand side at the moment. Slips the ball into Ozil, gets it back again. Now a nice ball into midfield for Schweinsteiger. Good tempo from Germany right at the start of the second half. Need a response. Boateng sends it to Schweinsteiger, 30 yards away from Buffon's goal. But the Italians are really pressing well here and forcing the Germans back, but still the Germans may go forward now in the area. It's the new man Royce, but it's a soft shot, and it's saved by Buffon.
Oh, it's good football, a bit quicker. They're switching the play well. I'm sure they must have said it off time. Look, keep switching, get your fullback to step in. That's the out ball every time for Germany if you switch it quick enough, and that was good feet by the substitute.
Of course, Klose has this incredible record for Germany. 17 goals in tournaments, chasing Muller's record of 18. Can he make a name for himself? At the moment, the headlines all around Europe tomorrow belong to Mario Balotelli, who can expect a phone call, I'm sure, from his Manchester City manager Roberto Mancini if it stays like this. There's a little injury to Marchisio. Referee comes across. You know, Chris, not many months ago, the Italian coach left Balotelli out of his squad when he was having a bit of a bad time at Manchester City, and the message was get your act together. And look how he's responded tonight.
Well, he said he scored 2 good goals, and I don't know, he seems to have this tournament. He hasn't, you know, he scored 2 goals and he scored 1 before, you said, but you know, he's played okay. I thought against England he'd give the ball away, had chances, but he gave the ball away cheaply. Tonight he's took his chances.
Will he be in Chris Waddle's team of the tournament? That's all to be revealed after this game, provided of course we don't go into extra time and penalties. So now Royce over on the right hand side and looking very lively, and then he's brought down from behind, and it's going to be a free kick to the Germans. They want the ball quickly. The Italians holding on to it. Schweinsteiger takes it on to Ozil. Now down the right hand side, very tight for the Germans, no space over on that far side, and Chiellini puts it away, and here comes the throw in, and Chiellini's out of position, and this is dangerous now for Germany, and it's Royce in the penalty area, rides a few challenges, slips the ball in towards Kroos. Instead it falls to his captain Lahm. Lahm on to Kroos, and back to Lahm. It's over the bar. Fantastic move there.
Well, great football. Switching the play again. They must have talked about it at half time. A quick throw in down the right. It ends up on the left with Lahm. Lovely 1-2, and really he's got to hit the target at least from where he was. Great bit of movement off the ball. They have up the tempo. This is going to be a good second half.
It's interesting that Royce has been preferred to Muller who of course was such a star in the World Cup, particularly against England in Bloemfontein, but didn't start that many games for Bayern Munich last season. And he's looking very dangerous already. Reus on the German right, but it's Italy leading by 2-0 on 5 Live as Cassano is tackled by Schweinsteiger, and you can see the Germans are really pumped up now at the start of the second half, looking to get back into the game, to try and put some pressure on Italy. Özil, but he won't get that. Chiellini's header, but Hummels does well. No, it won't be kept in by Reus over on the far side. It's a throw in to Italy, and you can just see them already taking as long as they can.
There's an urgency about Germany, and they're going to ask questions. Yeah, they may get caught out on the counter-attack if Italy use the ball well.
Amazing, the Italian story as Balotelli links with Cassano. That's just too far ahead of Balotelli when you think of 82 when they won the World Cup and 96 when they were clouded by controversy, of course. And similarly going into this tournament doesn't seem to affect them. If anything, perhaps brings them even closer together. Siege mentality. They're leading 2-0. Khedira goes down the line. The Italian defender failed to cut it out. This is dangerous for Italy. But then Reus collided with the ball really, but the Germans have got a momentum going here because they've got a throw in now, getting great vocal encouragement. Many of the German fans we saw before half-time in tears, but if the German team can get one back now, they'll think it's possible. It's going to be a long throw for Germany over on the far side. There aren't too many white shirts in the penalty area. The ball is thrown in, but it doesn't reach close, and it's headed away, and Boateng will have a throw that's slightly deeper this time. Miroslav Klose, you wouldn't bet against him scoring. Fantastic record, but Italy clear. But Germany have it once more down the right-hand side. Boateng tried to get it in, hit the player's backside over on the far side, who was De Rossi. The Italians can't reach the halfway line. Back come Germany again. The Italians, of course, will know all about Klose from Lazio. Schweinsteiger. Handball by Schweinsteiger, and a free kick to Italy, which Pirlo threatened to take quickly and now decides to take a more measured approach. 6 minutes gone, 2-0 to Italy.
I think he's got to be careful because they're going to end up trying to slow this game down too much. And if Germany get a goal back.
But Italy dangerous on the counter-attack perhaps as the ball is played out, but it wasn't cut out either by Boateng. Cassano's got it. Hummels having a few problems here against the tricky Cassano. Cassano twisting and turning on the edge of the area. Ball lifted in, it almost travelled through to Balotelli. German just managed to get a block in, and now Krus brings it out. Balotelli's doing well for his side here, helping out defensively coming back. Germany looking to increase the tempo. Long ball forward by Lahm, looking for Özil. Özil's up against Barzagli. Down this near side, the German left. 2-0 to Italy on 5 Live, and that's good play from Italy, forcing Özil back. But now Lahm takes over, and he's getting forward quite a lot at the start of the second half, the German captain. Lahm to Kroos, back again to Lahm. Buffon waits away to our left. It goes across now to the far side. It's much better from Germany, but they're trailing. Boateng into midfield, and Khedira. Khedira slants one in towards Klose, but the Italian head was there, and Özil can't keep it in. Italy have a throw.
Well, I might have made 2 substitutions for me. I would have thought put somebody on who can deliver from it right hand side, because Boateng's he's just not comfortable when he gets down that right hand side. He can't say a pass, he can't put a delivery in, and they keep switching the play. They're getting in great areas, but they need somebody who can deliver.
Pirlo just occupying time there on the ball for the Italians, surrounded by 4 white shirts. Out comes Joachim Löw now. 2-0 to Italy. Amazing for Mario Balotelli this evening. He's doubled his Italian goals tonight. Only 2 before tonight. Now he has 4, 3 in the tournament. He's one of the joint leading goal scorers, and now the defender Chiellini over on the left-hand side into midfield to De Rossi. De Rossi square to Pirlo. Good play from Italy now. Pirlo turning away from Özil. Available down the near side is Balzaretti, but the Italians are just going to keep it in midfield. Now they go into the German half, and Balzaretti had to play that too quickly towards Balotelli. Move breaks down, and Badstuber, who was certainly at fault for the first goal, the Balotelli header, clears into Lahm, who's playing much further forward now down this left-hand side. Lahm into Hummels on the edge of the German penalty area, sends it on its way, and the German side are all about tempo really, and that's what they're trying to strike up here at the start of the second half. But still Italy leading 2-0. Germans down the right-hand side. That's one for young Reus to chase. Reus into the area. Klose falls down very cheaply, I thought. Chris maybe thinks differently as the Italians clear into the halfway line. Hummels is there. Back come Germany once more. But surely we'll need to score soon to put pressure on Italy. Nice touch from Özil. Schweinsteiger more involved in this second half in a positive way. Özil, Schweinsteiger available. Across comes Pirlo. Schweinsteiger to Reus. Germans with Ozil now, just inside the penalty area. Bit of acceleration from Ozil, turns it back. In went Khedira, couldn't get a shot on target, and Chiellini clears. But much more of a threat now from the German side as the ball is out of play over on the far side.
What a change of pace from Ozil. He's basically just ghosted around the pitch tonight, but there, change of pace, bit of purpose about it. And again, Italy just clear it. I think Italy will feel the pace as well, mate, because that extra time against England, you know, they've got players who are carrying little niggles, and really Germany's got to keep this tempo up. They can get back into it.
Nearly 10 minutes gone in the second half. A word from Graham Taylor in a moment. The Italians now have a chance to go forward with the right back, the ponytailed Balzaretti. They do lead by 2 goals. No, that was a heavy touch by him, though. It's out of play. Graham, how do you read the first 10 minutes?
Well, I mean, it has been all Germany. And you wonder what has said at half-time, because something certainly has been said. The tempo of the game, the passing of the game is so much better than the first half.
There's a mistake there by Schweinsteiger as Montolivo can't take advantage. Go back on that point again, sorry.
Well, I just feel that, you know, as we can see, something has been said at half-time. They've come out here, they've got hold of the game, they're playing at a pace that suits them better. There's a high tempo to the game. They need a goal, though, to make, you know, to give them the real belief. Taking
the game now to Italy, and in goes Klose into the penalty area. Klose was well tackled in the end by Bonucci. Beautifully timed by the Juventus man. Gets a slap on the hand from Barzagli, his club teammate. Germany have a corner, but just to amplify what Graham Taylor was saying there, they will need to score soon, and it's a short corner to the no, referee's not happy. It was a short corner to Ozil, but there's some pushing going on with Chiellini and Klose, which the referee from France wants to sort out. Diamante's coming on in a moment for the Italian side. So, corner kick this time. Maybe the Germans will go all the way. It's a corner kick to Germany, trailing here by 2-0 in the semi-final. In goes the corner, headed away by Italy and then cleared by Italy. But Ozil was quick to react, and Royce, this brisk player down the right-hand side, Ozil's having a much better game. But that ball across the field will just about find Kroos. At times, Ozil playing on the right in the first half. Now Royce is in the team. Ozil's going into more dangerous areas. Boateng's ball in, and Bonucci, no nonsense, clears high to the far side. And now here comes the first Italian change.
That would be Cassano, was it?
Let's see what's on Prandelli's mind here. Howard Webb displays Cassano. Howard Webb, of course, will be hoping maybe to referee the final now that England have gone out, but there's been some talk about whether, after his experience with Spain 2 years ago in the World Cup, that might just count against him, failing, of course, to send off De Jong for that awful challenge against Alonso. Anyway, of course, as soon as this game's over tonight, we will know who will referee the Euro 2012 final in Kiev. So Diamante, whose penalty, of course, finished off England, number 22, former West Ham man, comes on for Cassano, who looked very lively in the first half and made the first goal. Ball thrown into the area. Pirlo heads it away. It's Boateng again down the German right. In comes the cross. Header off target from Klose. Hasn't gone behind yet for a goal kick. Now it has. Goal kick for Buffon.
Well, it's definitely improved performance from Germany, but goals is going to change the game. For all the possession they've had, and they do look better balanced this side. They're not worried about Pirlo anymore. They're just basically going out and playing the game what they wanted to play.
So at the moment we're heading for Spain against Italy on Sunday. Of course, they met in the group stage, Spain and Italy, 1-1 draw. Italy went in front in that game. Now Germany with different ideas. Boateng down the right-hand side, too high though for Khedira. Ball comes to this near side, and the Italians settle for the throw. And interestingly, in that game against Spain, by the way, who went in without any authentic strikers, Italy played 3-5-2 with De Rossi playing as a sweeper in that first match, filling midfield, which of course is what you have to do when you play Spain. Now clumsy challenge from Badstuber. Balotelli tumbles over, and it's going to be throw to Italy. Balzaretti to take it. Nearly 14 minutes gone in the second half. Pirlo easily gets away from Ozil, who tumbles over, and now this rock solid Italian back four moving it. De Rossi at the moment playing very deep onto Montolivo. They really haven't missed Motta at all. Talking about things just evolving in tournaments, Montolivo has slotted in very well in the absence of Motta. Montolivo, nice ball to Marchisio. Marchisio for Balotelli, who's wide on the right, and he'll cut in now against Lahm, and he's gone past Lahm, and it's Mario Balotelli, tries a shot, right across the face. in the end, Neuer untroubled, but great to see from Balotelli.
Yeah, very positive. He's got his confidence up. He's passed the way through there, the German midfield. Balotelli's shot always going wide.
And that's the danger for Germany as they go forward. The threat still of Balotelli and now Diamante, who's come on. Long, rather hopeless ball forward from Germany. Chris Waddle shakes his head. They need more than that to unsettle this Italian side. And they start again with the former Manchester City man Boateng. But it's a present Manchester City man who's writing the headlines here. Balotelli, Khedira, onto Ozil, finding space. More space certainly in this second half. Ball finds its way through to Kroos on the edge of the area. And Kroos is tumbled over by Bonucci. And he'll be lucky not to get a yellow card for that, because that was quite cynical, really. Knew what he was about, shakes his head, but he's got a yellow card.
He's got to get a yellow for that. I can't believe he's saying to the referee, get the yellow out. It's clear. And this is a good position.
It is. It's pretty central. Just maybe it's slightly less than 25 yards away from Buffon's goal. Germans need a response because we're under half an hour left in this match. Schweinsteiger's got the ball at the moment. Around him are Ozil. Where's Lahm? Because sometimes he can be involved in these. No. It's Royce and Schweinsteiger. Free kick to Germany. Up against one of the very best goalkeepers the game has ever seen in Gigi Buffon away to our left, who hasn't had to make many saves really in this game. So Ozil left.
Royce.
Or Royce right.
Royce.
Schweinsteiger and Kroos are there as well. If Germany to come back in this game, could this be their moment? Could this be their platform? They're trailing 2-0 in this semi-final. Buffon crouches away to our left. Khedira goes into a wall, and the Italians concentrate, and one of these four German players will strike the ball, and it's Royce, and Buffon tips it away for a corner kick to Germany, and then sticks up his thumb at his defenders.
That's a good save. He pushed up the crossbar, didn't he? I think a little bit more to the left and that was in. Yeah, it's a good save. Clips the crossbar as well.
16 and a half minutes gone in the second half. 2-0 to the Italians. That's the half-time score. Germany have a corner kick flicked on, well defended by Italy, but Boateng will pick up the ball over on the right-hand side. In comes a cross high. Italy get the head to it first of all. Headed back in again by Schweinsteiger. Pirlo half thought about the back pass, but then just un-Pirlo-like really carts it downfield. He can be pragmatic as well when he has to. Pirlo, whistle's gone. The Italians love it. They've got a free kick now, short of the halfway line. Italian player off the pitch at the moment.
It's
just by process of elimination, trying to identify who that could be. We're going to have a change. Yeah, we're going to have Motta on, who, remember, was injured and missed the England game. So Motta is coming into midfield in a moment, and maybe that's just another physical presence that they need out there. Maybe possibly for Montalivo. We'll wait and see. So Thiago Motta is coming on, and he's going to come on for Montalivo. He's just going to give them a little bit more beef in midfield, maybe.
Well, that's it. You know, listen, Germany's asking questions, and they're 2-0 up at lead. They know they like to protect the lead, and as you say, under that play in midfield, a strong midfield, and that's what they're trying to do. Run the game down and make sure they keep a clean sheet.
Taking a long walk as well, Mr. Montalivo, and he will be replaced by Thiago Motta, who now plays with Carlo Ancelotti in France for Paris Saint-Germain. Motta, who began in the first choice Italian side in the opening game against Spain. Montalivo applauds his fan club down there. Many of them will be heading over to Kiev if it stays like this, and on comes number 5, Motta. So that was, from Italy's point of view, quite a good little disruption, I think. 2-0 to Italy. Balotelli's goals in the first half. The first was a close-range header. The second was shades of Jeff Hurst, really, at Wembley in '66. So it was a real thrashing effort, which Neuer couldn't get anywhere near. Germany at the moment being frustrated because they're just back inside their own half trying to get their tackles in, and they haven't got the throw-in that they want either, and Italy will take it. 2-0 into Balotelli, playing really well for his side. Motta gets his first touch over on, and he's just running towards the corner flag initially, and now The ball is played into Balotelli, who just for once doesn't control it first time. Diamante's going to try and win it back. Now Pirlo. Almost great control from Marchisio. Germans coming on a counter-attack, but when they did, Pirlo was there immediately to close the door. Now it's Diamante finding Marchisio, who's a real unsung hero in this Italian side. Pirlo into Motta. Good one-touch stuff from Italy. Pirlo under no great pressure, plays the ball into midfield. De Rossi's a bit loose with that one. Germany, though, are being pushed back inside their own half, and that's good from the Italian point of view. Diamante against Badstuber. Now it's hit long, and there's a little bit of afters there, I think, between Diamante and Badstuber. Germany free kick, nearly 20 minutes gone in the second half, 5 live. Italy leading through those Balotelli goals, 2-0. Boateng across the field for Lahm. Hasn't had quite as much of the ball in the last 5 minutes. Ozil. Germany came out strongly, but was that their big effort, which the Italians managed to quell? I think Chris was saying the first 20 minutes of the second half will be very interesting. Germany probably needed to score, and they didn't. And it goes back to goalkeeper Neuer, who's well out of his penalty area, and finds Boateng over on the right. Under 25 minutes to go in Warsaw. Last Euro 2012 game in Poland. Khedira was tackled by Pirlo. Now a lovely touch from Diamante, and Diamante from almost the halfway line saw Neuer off his line but couldn't beat him, and Neuer throws out.
Well, great vision to see Neuer off his line, but I think the Italian players would have already kept the ball.
Yeah. Ozil now immediately surrounded by blue, and Marchisio's there to find the quick Diamante. Balotelli trying to stay on side, but he didn't find him. It's a Badstuber ball now. Ozil didn't control it, and Pirlo was there. He got a bang in the face to Ozil, but the Italians looking very strong at the moment. Motta has come on to give them much more power in midfield. Great one touch and then lifted to the far side the field, and Chiellini can't control it, and he's inside the German half, which is quite rare for him. And Germany now moving towards the halfway line, but the German fans are much more subdued now. Long ball downfield, Royce stretches. There was a bit of a noise at the start of the second half, but now they're kind of just sitting back a bit more reflective.
I think they've weathered the storm, haven't they? Let's be honest, they had a right go at them. Could have a couple of half chances, could have fell their way, but it hasn't. Now Italy's got control of the game again, the pace, the passing.
Handing over to Alan in a moment. Probably, you know, the one team in the world you wouldn't want to play 2-0 down in a semi-final is Italy. Just so well organised in midfield, and now they're coming on again, looking perhaps to finish the game off completely. Pirlo's ball in, chested off by Marchisio. Diamante back into Marchisio. Oh, it's just wide. Fantastic counter-attack there from Italy. Marchisio almost on the end of it, and it's a goal kick to Germany.
Yeah, the football's great. You've got to say this Italian side has drew in confidence in the tournament. That, you know, there's no mugs, we know that, but they've passed the ball well as well. Under pressure, good movement, always got somebody breaking forward.
Doesn't get many mentions, Marchisio, but he's a top player, is now closer, fails to control the ball. Buffon takes an eternity to bring the ball under control. At the moment we're heading for a Spain-Italy final on Sunday, unless Alan Green is going to see things turn around.
I doubt it, if they haven't scored by this stage, Germany. And that was a brilliant Italian move. Goodness gracious. Ball with Germany in the halfway line with Hummels to Lahm. Lahm playing it back to Neuer, who's outside his penalty area. Has to chest the ball down to control it. Balotelli's going down. I think it's just cramp. I hope it's not feigned cramp, but he's gone down and he's pulling at his left leg, and he'll receive treatment. But it does slow things down, it breaks up play.
A lot of these players will be tired of. You know, they had that game against England in the heat, and it was, you know, extra time takes it out of you. They haven't had as much recovery. Germany's had a lot longer. That's why the game can turn very quickly.
Oh, and here's another Italian substitution going to be made shortly. I wonder if it is for Balotelli. Oh, who's going to come on? Oh, they're bringing the stretcher on for him at the moment.
It'll be Di Natale, won't it?
Yeah, Di Natale, who would be a direct replacement for Balotelli. Well, I hope he's not. I mean, after the 2 goals he scored tonight, particularly the second one, I do hope that he hasn't picked up an injury that's going to keep him out of the final, because at the moment that's where Italy are heading. He's back on his feet, there's no need for the stretcher, he's coming off, and I think Di Natale will come on anyway. Balotelli making his way to the near touchline. We've only got 21 minutes left for play. Then we'll have added time, of course. Hardware, the fourth official, about to hold up the board to tell us if it is Balotelli who's being removed, and it is. So what do you reckon?
Well, he's got cramp. Listen, they've had a hard game, and Muller's going to come on as well for Germany as well. So, I'd be brave. I'd take the fullback off Boateng and get Muller wide.
Well, probably Muller for Cruz, you would think. Switch Royce to the left side, Muller to the right, which would improve the delivery from that right flank, because, as you say, Boateng isn't up to it. But Muller's still receiving instruction, and time is running out for Germany. Germany 0, Italy 2 here on 5 Live on the BBC. Don't forget the final on Sunday night, live from Kiev, 7:45 your time, 9:45 local here. Not here. In Ukraine it will be 9:45 local. Hummels, who was also errant at the first goal, allowing Cassano to get away far too easily. Ozil, crossfield ball, inaccurately hit, taken up, and then good tackle coming in. And that was an opportunity created by Klose's challenge. Cruz on to Lam. Lam's pass was a little bit short. Ball breaks out of play. It's a throw in to Germany. It's taken before they can bring on the substitute. I think that's when Joachim Löw wanted to make the change. But here's Cruz. Cruz, 25 yards out. Not a great ball to Schweinsteiger behind him. And it should be cleared now by De Rossi. And De Rossi hits it up towards the halfway line. And out of play it goes. And here comes Muller. And my money's on Cruz. It ain't. It's Boateng.
Told you.
Yeah, well, there you go. But it does the same job, doesn't it? Well, it's just leaving the German defence a little bit exposed, though. Khedira will presumably drop back there.
No, I don't think Schweinsteiger's gone back there at the minute, but I think they'll play 3. I think they'll just play 2. Lahm plays a fullback.
Here's Khedira on the halfway line, not at right back. It's Hummels, Schweinsteiger and Badstuber as a back 3 at the moment for Germany. Lahm pushing up on the left side, Muller on the right, and Khedira's got a huge job now with Ozil in the centre of that midfield. Still Cruz, on to Ozil. Ozil can't meet the ball with his head. Motta, who looks such a rugged, solid player in midfield, plays it to Pirlo. Pirlo loses it. There's a collision between Cruz and Motta. No great harm done. Ball runs forward, and then what's the referee decided after all that? He's bringing the ball back for a free kick to Germany. A long while after, quote, the offence happened.
It's a free kick to Italy, isn't it?
What is he given? I can't understand what he gave there. There was a foul on Cruz by Motta.
And he's given it to Italy.
So he's given a free kick to Italy. Don't get it. 18 minutes to go here. Stéphane Lanoy, the French referee, has seen, as we've seen, Italy scored twice. A header by Balotelli and then a smashing shot from Balotelli. Balotelli's now off, having been replaced by De Natale. Schweinsteiger moving forward. Schweinsteiger drives in the direction of Klose. Well done, the defender Barzagli, heading it away. Balzaretti in now to De Rossi. De Rossi chips it to Diamanti. Great first time pass by Diamanti to Chiellini, driven in the direction of De Natale and then headed away, carefully away by Hummels. And here's Lahm. And yes, Germany are going to offer Italy another chance or two, aren't they? In this setup, none more so than Neuer now, when Neuer miscontrolled the ball and he's lucky to get away with conceding a throw-in.
Well, I'm just really impressed the way they've played, but the tactics that they've got right, the tempo they've played, they've dictated the game, and the energy levels are fantastic considering they've had some hard games to get here.
Unbeaten in competitive games under Prandelli, and at the moment heading for the final in Kiev against Spain. Germany will have to score twice in 17 minutes to take it to extra time. Unlikely. Hummels chests the ball down to his left foot, flicks it to the right to Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger with Muller well ahead of him. 2 Bayern Munich players down that right flank. Forward to Muller, back to Schweinsteiger, and now Khedira of Real Madrid down the right side, level with the outside of the penalty area, the Italian penalty area. Khedira back to Schweinsteiger, who tees up the cross, whips it in, looking for Klose, too high for Klose, will be met by Lahm, just to the left of the penalty area. His cross, right-footed, not a good one, and cleared by Italy, bouncing out of play, throw into Germany. 16 minutes to go. Germany 0, Italy 2. Lahm took the throw in, got it back from Muller. Lahm chips it towards the near post, headed away by Italy. And here's Motta caressing the ball to Diamante. Good play by Diamante. Oh, I said good play, but it was a poor pass that he should have found Pirlo with it. Instead, it's with Lahm to Muller. Schweinsteiger on the far side of the field. Italy leave just one player up front. A deep cross, looking for Klose. Klose brilliantly plays the ball back, and it's as well that goalkeeper Buffon was alert to the danger, got to the ball before any further danger from Royce. Now here's Pirlo. Pirlo to Motta. Di Natale on this right side. Motta once more. Motta just content with keeping possession for Italy. That's a good ball by Pirlo to De Rossi, and on it goes. Marchisio into the penalty here. Marchisio beat the defender once, second time, shoots wide.
Oh, Balsuba's had a nightmare tonight, hasn't he, at the back again. It's been turned so easy on times. But again, we said Italy will get chances because Germany are throwing everybody forward. They're playing with three at the back, and he really should have put that game to bed there. Great chance.
That's twice in 8 minutes he could have scored. He didn't, so it's still just the 2-0 to Italy. But, 99 times out of 100 you think that's enough. 2-0 to Italy. Are they going to lose from this situation? Unlikely. Cruz plays it to the right side. Muller. A low-driven cross. Unlikely to reach closer. It's snapped high by the central defender. Loops in the air and is caught by Buffon. Buffon just yelling. Was he yelling at Marchisio? Once, twice, how many more? Buffon smacks it high into the German half. It's going to bounce straight out of play on the far side of the field. Thrown to Germany inside the final quarter of an hour with substantial added time at the end of the game. Spain will be watching on. I wonder who they'd prefer playing. You'd have thought prior to tonight they'd have wanted to avoid Germany, but the way Italy have set themselves up, the threat that Italy have carried throughout, it could be a great final in Kiev. Here's Cruz, inside right channel. Flick to the right to Muller. Muller back to Hummels. Hummels and I to Ozil. Ozil's been very quiet over the last few minutes. Ozil slipped the ball into the penalty towards Muller. Muller, I think his first touch wasn't great, but the second touch took it off the defender. Bonucci's behind for a corner.
Well, they keep asking questions, but you've got to give the Italians credit, haven't they? The shape of the team, the balance, the way they've defended, the way they play on the counter-attack. They should have finished this game off, by the way.
Ozil with the corner from the left. Played in deep, and it was a header from Hummels, but never down, and behind it goes for a goal kick, which Italy are in no hurry to take, of course. 13 minutes to go, Chris. Any chance for Germany?
A chance. Listen, there's a chance. They've got a bit of quality on the flanks now, and getting that delivery. Listen, you're always going to get chances. That's the way it goes. Yeah, Italy will get some as well.
Graham Taylor, a couple of yards to the left. What do you think, Graham? Yes, Graham? I'm not hearing you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's a dangerous thing to say, but when you say it's all over, I just think, Italy we know as regards their defensive capabilities right through the years. And I felt if Germany were going to come back, they needed to score within the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Agreed. Muller to Khedira over the halfway line towards the far flank. Right side. Infield it goes. Looked like a foul challenge on Klose. It was, and it's going to be a free kick to Germany. Counting down the minutes. Fraction over 12 minutes to go. Free kick played short to Khedira. Khedira's pass not great to Royce. Collected though by Muller. Muller dived elaborately, hoping to persuade the French referee it was a foul challenge. It wasn't. And it's played now to Pirlo. Oh, great turn by Pirlo, beating Hummels easily. He's got players to his left. Finds De Rossi. De Rossi flicks it to the right to Diamante. Diamante up to the edge of the penalty area. Into the penalty area. Angles acute. He slips. He's been a right hash of it. No, he still keeps play. Keeps possession for Italy. Back it goes now. All the way back to Pirlo. What a great chance there was from Diamante. And Italy's still on the attack here. Germany can't clear it. De Rossi tackled not once but twice, and he still kept the ball. Forward, Pirlo. Pirlo slips it in towards De Rossi. De Rossi's cross. Oh, good save by Neuer.
Tell you what, the football they're playing Italy, wonderful. And Pirlo's really getting space now because Germany are chasing everything, and he's finding the space, and he's. But De Rossi, great ball inside the full-back there for De Rossi. Nearly again for Italy.
This is so Italian, isn't it? Start slowly, build. Only one win before tonight.
I think this coach has changed the game slightly. Listen, we know what Italian sides normally come. They defend, they're resilient, but not normally a flair team. This team's completely different.
Yeah, they certainly do play with much more flair under Prandelli. Germany on the attack. Muller heads it down, edge of the Italian penalty area. Hooked away by Bonucci. Headed back by Schweinsteiger on the far side to Muller. 11 minutes to go here on 5 Live. Schweinsteiger again. Back, tees up the cross. Swings it in right-footed. Ball breaks. Oh, shot left-footed. High over the crossbar by Cruz.
Well, again, half chances, aren't they? You can't say it's a clear-cut chance where you think he'd score. But again, good delivery. And I think that it's improved when Schweinsteiger's got that right-hand side, because he can cross a ball, asking more questions. But he snatched at the chance and he defend well again.
I'm just thinking how difficult Warsaw Airport was going to be tomorrow morning with thousands and thousands of German fans heading to Kiev. Less pressure now. Italy are going through to play Spain in the final in the Ukrainian capital. Khedira to Ozil for Germany. 10 minutes to go. They have to score really quickly. Cruz into Khedira. Schweinsteiger to his right. Played to Schweinsteiger. He's looking to cross. Certainly wasn't looking to shoot. Schweinsteiger still has the ball. In now to Royce. On to Muller. Muller slips again. And no free kick. And De Rossi clears. To Motta. Italy on the counter-attack here. De Natali towards the right side. Diamanti to the left. Motta's going forward. Motta's in the penalty. Goodness gracious, the Italian player slips again. And again. There is something wrong with either their boots or this playing surface. Pirlo. 25 yards out. On to Diamanti, edge of the penalty area. Into the penalty area, shoots across the face of goal, behind for a goal kick. It is ridiculous the number of players slipping tonight.
Well, they all did the warm-up and they all played in the pitch in the practice, so you know what boots to wear. Whether it's, I don't know whether they've watered it again, and it's so many players falling, especially in that half of the field.
Germany, the most successful nation in European Championship history, losing yet again in a competitive fixture to Italy. Whether it's Germany or as West Germany, they've never beaten the Italians. Well, that's unfortunate for Ozil. He took the free kick that was awarded. He took it too quickly to satisfy the French referee. Has to take it again. Snaps it this time to the left rather than the right, where the original one went. Lam. Back to Cruz. Cruz. Germany have everybody bar Neuer inside the Italian half. It's chipped onto the chest of Hummels. Hummels to the right side. And Schweinsteiger swings in the cross, takes a deflection, simple header away by Bonucci, and here comes the counter-attack from Italy again. Diamanti threads it through. De Natali is onside, approaching the penalty area, into the penalty area, shoots into the side netting. How wasteful!
Well, he hasn't got the best pace, has he? And they were coming back at him quick, but again, he's got to hit the target at least, make the goalkeeper work. He's hit the side netting. This game should be finished, by the way. Oh, they're in again.
They're in again. Cruz has given the ball away. Diamanti. Oh, flags up for offside. Ball's in the net. Won't count. Balzaretti was clearly off.
Well, a lot of German heads down. They're all looking at the bench here and saying...
They're finished. I mean, their body's still going forward, but mentally they're shot to pieces. They're just offering up chance after chance to Italy to increase their lead. Italy lead 2-0. That's surely going to be enough. Lam, though, edge of the Italian penalty area, into it. Doesn't pull the cross back quickly enough. Blocked by Marchisio and behind for a German corner, which Cruz is rushing to take. 7 minutes to go. Here on 5 Live. Played short to Lam. Lam crosses. Buffon catches easily. Goalkeeper of his experience? Easy.
Oh, he's a top keeper. Hey, you got to say, they always turn up the tournaments, don't they?
Did they?
But they play, I think, different, as I said, with a different side from what I used to watch it. I think they play some wonderful football.
But I mean, just prior to the tournament, allegations of corruption again. Oh, goodness gracious, De Rossi was high there with his challenge. It's another yellow card. You know, allegations of corruption, forcing one of the players out of the squad. Prandelli said, if we have to pull out, I'll pull out. You know, it was that serious for Italy. And then you look at the way they play tonight, and you just ooze admiration for them. Germany on the attack. Ball played in. Headed behind by Chiellini. A corner to Germany. But it doesn't seem to matter how many corners they get, how many chances they get, Germany. Actually, they haven't troubled Buffon that much. Maybe the Royce free kick that he pushed onto the crossbar and over. Here it comes from the right into the near post and headed away easily by Balzaretti, out of play on the far side of the field for a throw-in. 6 minutes to go. Ozil takes the throw-in, takes the return pass, crosses left-footed, skips off the head of the defender, closes happy to let it bounce behind for another corner, which Cruz will take, rushing to this near side. That's the German left. Ball's not really in the quadrant. Nobody seems to pay attention to that. Cruz plays it in. Buffon comes. Oh, actually mispunches it, but it falls very nicely to Pirlo. Oh, there was a man free, but it was Donatelli, and maybe he didn't have the pace to get over the halfway line. He might get it. No, I know he's offside.
He shouldn't be offside, though.
It's ridiculous.
He's just got to stand his own half. He's away still. There's only one German back.
But look at Prandelli. He's so frustrated. I mean, Balotelli would have surely taken one of those chances. Ozil slowly approaching the Italian penalty area. Schweinsteiger running to his right. On to Royce it goes. Into Muller in the penalty area. Royce again shoots. Takes a deflection corner.
Really pulled up. Look at the way they react there from the challenge. Balzaretti, great defending tackle. You thought he was in. This was going to be 2-on-1.
Corner's already taken. And can they swing it in? It's swung into Cruz. Edge of the D. Cruz shot on the volley. Didn't keep it down. Over the crossbar. Goal kick.
Well, I just got full of praise. That's all we can see. We can praise Italy all night. They've just everything they've done from whoever's been out there, what 11's been out there, all done the jobs well, and they've got a lot of confidence this side.
And think of the chances they've had.
Yeah, well,
that's Italy, not Germany. Italia. That's what we're hearing all around this stadium in Warsaw. Wonderful stadium. It's my first opportunity to see it. I'm sorry it's the last. Germany have the ball on the far side, they're right. Schweinsteiger on to Ozil. Muller's running through the middle now, alongside Klose. Ozil coaches the ball towards Lam. Lam onto Cruz, left edge of the penalty area. Dinks the cross in, that's an easy header away, and it's running to Diamante. Diamante still inside his own half. Donatelli to his left. It goes to him. Italy only need keep possession. Back with Pirlo and De Rossi. Hasn't De Rossi played well too? It was Pirlo who caught the attention the other night. I think De Rossi's been great here.
I don't think they've got a bad player.
No.
I haven't, honestly, the 2 games I've seen them play against England, they played well in this tournament all through it. Got some very talented players.
Schweinsteiger fouls Pirlo. Free kick to Italy inside Germany's half. And it's all nice and ability now from Italy. Balotelli sitting in the dugout, looking forward to a final appearance when he could, with another goal, become the leading goal scorer on his own in the tournament. Spain will have something to say about that. 3 minutes to go. Germany need 2 goals. It ain't going to happen. Their first competitive defeat in 16 games since the World Cup semi-final. Pirlo runs forward again, beats 2 players, falls over, finds Diamante inside the penalty area. Well tackled though by Khedira. Khedira running away, and he's got Muller down the right side. Plays it to Muller. Muller now with Ozil in the penalty area, overhits the cross straight into the arms of Buffon.
Well, it's just not the Germans' night, is it? Let's be honest. They've had good positions, poor deliveries. I think that all the build-up about Pirlo has cost them, because they changed their system. They didn't know how to pick him up. Everybody looked unbalanced. They played too slow, and Italy's took full advantage of the whole situation.
It won't be their time. German time. Ozil to the right, and Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger always wants to have another touch before he gets the cross in. Plays it in left-footed this time, but forcing Cruz to retreat. He's fully 40 yards from goal. Cruz to Schweinsteiger again. On the far side, the white shirts wait in the Italian penalty area. It's not on a come. Schweinsteiger almost tripped over the ball. Plays it back now to Hummels. Germany look very, very tired. Italy had that extra time and 2 days less rest. They don't seem to be bothered, and they've won the ball again. And once more on the counter-attack, Diamante. Oh, terrible ball. Didn't find Pirlo. Germany have it again. Muller on the far side of the field. 90 seconds to go. Another yellow card. Motta. Well, that's the 4th for Italy tonight, but not threatening their participation in the final. Free kick to Germany, a long way out. Fraction over a minute to go. Then we'll have added time on 5 Live. Schweinsteiger flicks the free kick to his left to Lahm. Lahm towards Klose. Klose rises, heads the ball in towards the 6-yard box, headed away by Italy and by Pirlo, and then flicked towards the halfway line. Headed back in there by Lahm, bouncing a long way. Goes to Klose. Great turn by Klose. Shot by Hummels. Takes a deflection. Blocked by Buffon. Put behind in the end by Bonucci. Only a corner.
And sometimes you need that little bit of luck as well, don't you? When it does falls to somebody in the box, to just kind of finish it off. Deflection. The goalkeeper's just everything's fell in his path, and he's cleared another one.
Talking of goalkeepers, Neuer's up inside the Italian penalty area. The German goalkeeper for this German corner. Played in towards Neuer. Headed away. Also then shoots wide.
Well, try and ask questions, but listen, it's just not their night, Germany. We've raved about them from the start of the tournament, haven't we? To be fair today, they've come up against a side who, tactically and physically, mentally, whatever way you want to look at it, have just outdone them the whole game.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't seen a great deal of Spain in this tournament for various reasons, usually to do with travel, and then also the ludicrous Warsaw Hotel that wasn't featuring last night's game on television. But Spain have clearly struggled in terms of not fielding a striker. They're going to struggle against this Italian team who play 2 strikers. Hardweb came out there. We've got 4 additional minutes. Still not enough for Germany, who trail Italy by 2 goals to 0 on 5 live. Cruz hits it from left to right to Schweinsteiger. Good control by Bastian Schweinsteiger. In towards Klose. Klose made the run. Tracked there by Balzaretti, who headed it away, and it's hooked out of play by Chiellini for a German throw-in close to the corner flag. Schweinsteiger to take the throw. Another ball had come out onto the pitch. That's been a bad habit too in Euro 2012. They're too anxious to keep play moving. Now it's crossed by Schweinsteiger. Header down by Katir. Appeals for handball. Has he given a penalty? He has.
Yes, it was a handball as well.
Penalty kick to Germany in added time. This will make it a bit interesting.
It's definitely a penalty, isn't it? Comes up, there you go.
Yeah, it is. Balzaretti.
Yeah, definitely a penalty.
Definitely. Klose was pulling at him though. So an opportunity for Germany. Ozil's going to take it. Buffon waits on his goal line. Italy with a 2-goal advantage, remember. But there'll be 2.5 minutes to play if Ozil can reduce the deficit. Ozil, short run-up. Shoots, good penalty, beating Buffon. Ozil chases after the ball, rushing to the centre circle. Game on for at least 2 minutes of added time.
Well, it's going to be interesting now, isn't it? But, well, if they do get back in it, Italy will kick themselves, won't they? The chances of wasting second half on this counter-attack.
Well, it'll be an astounding Manchester United-esque comeback if Germany can take this game into extra time. We're inside the final 2 minutes of added time. It's played upfield by Balzaretti, who handled the ball to give that penalty to Ozil. Back it goes now to Neuer. Neuer drives it up towards Royce, and the confusion there, and it's flicked away just in time by Barzagli, out of play for a throw-in. Germany might get one last chance. A number of the Italian players are out of their dugout, anxious at what remains for them. Throw-in is taken by Germany. Khedira to Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger crosses into the penalty area towards Hummels. Hooked away. Neuer meets it. Edge of the centre circle. Volleys it back towards the Italian penalty area. Cleared again. Pirlo. Neuer heads the ball from the centre circle. Upfield. Headed on into the Italian penalty area. But already the referee's blown for a free kick against Hummels. He's been yellow carded. And that is probably it, because Italy will take an age to take the free kick.
They will.
What about Neuer's header inside the centre circle? What if he'd missed it? Buffon to take the free kick. 40 seconds to go of the 4 minutes of added time. Spain await, almost certainly, Italian opposition in the final in Kiev. There's Neuer again heading the ball. 20 yards outside his penalty area, heading it out of play in this near side of the field. Throw into Italy. Balzaretti to take it on the halfway line, and he throws it towards Pirlo. It bounces kindly for Schweinsteiger, but Schweinsteiger only finds De Rossi. On to Pirlo again on the far side of the field. 10 seconds to go. Pirlo's pass back to De Rossi. No time now for Germany. Pirlo again, though he loses it, and it's played upfield. There's a chance. No, it's headed away by Barzagli.
It's a free kick.
It's a free kick to Germany.
Yeah, look at the goalkeeper. Look at that.
Neuer. My goodness, he's sprinting up Jamaican style into the penalty area. And it's tapped, the free kick down the right side. Is that the final whistle? It is. Italy are through to the final against Spain, and they deserved it. They deserved to hammer England, not just beat them on penalty kicks, but they certainly deserved tonight to win on goals against Germany.
Well, we saw a few flaws in this German side. We all thought they were unbeatable in this tournament, but this Italian side's turned up, played very well in the qualifying, and to get to this stage, beat England. They looked very good then, and tonight they've got everything spot on. Not just the way tactically, physically and mentally. I think that's questions they made. Germany changed their shape, which they're not used to doing, and that's cost them.
Italy second to Spain in the group. They start level on Sunday night. Final score here in Warsaw: Germany 1, Italy 2.